Hello everyone, I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Wildermyth. Last episode we completed another campaign, the third one, Monarchs Under the Mountain. With the deepest handled, and a bit of an interesting story it was, it's time for us to move on to the fourth campaign, Aluna and the Moth. An old book and a young argument lead two siblings into the wilderness. Amid the bones of a mythic civilization, they'll embark on a moonstruck journey through tragedy and time, encountering a mysterious wastrel in the woods, and bearing witness to the rise of a luminous queen. A 5-chapter campaign with Thrixel as the main threat. I've seen a bit of the Thrixel, and I'm a little bit concerned. They're a little scary. Okay, standard thing. What are we doing here? Who do we get to choose? Oh, we're starting with 4! 2 of them can be from Legacy, and 2 of them won't. Oh, we have things here. So 2 of them are siblings, which will be interesting. We have 1 returning home, and 1 the Wild Hill Painter. Start with 6 calamities. Okay, returning home. I admit I kind of want to try having Arthur back. Should we have Arthur back again? Not the worst idea. Oh, and it would have to be a warrior. So that's definitely a warrior. And this one is definitely a ranger. Okay. So the warrior we got. Let me think. Lisa was a powerful flame leader. Kenther wasn't too bad. Daglin we just had. Astrid hasn't done much. You know what? Let's do Arthur again. What are we gonna do? We're gonna have... We can choose up to 3. Long Reach ain't bad. Paladin... Paladin. No. Untouchable and both levels of Paladin. And as for this side... the Ranger, Bully has gone through. I think we can stand back from Bully for a bit. May and Sasha. I think picking one of those 2 might not be a bad idea. Not Dorna. May or Sasha. I like the idea of having Sasha. She hasn't been around for a while. Let's see. Piercing shots, ranged attacks of 2 pierce, and they shred armor. Let's go with piercing shots and wisdom. And as for these 2, they're both going to be, it looks like they're both going to be mystics. So, if these are going to be mystics, and they're going to be siblings, we're going to want them to look similar. And a male and a female seems good. Older brother, younger sister. Jeez, it's been so long since I've had Sasha, I don't remember what she was like. Let's do randomize bit. Okay, and... That could work, I think. Quinn and Triss. Yes, I'm randomizing a bit, but sure. Wait, starting calamities 10? Okay, that is going to be very difficult here. Future Mystic. Okay, they're going to become Mystics. Fair enough. Sure. Let's... Cowardly Romantic and Snarky... Let's change... stats. Let's change personality slightly. I don't think we should have... Cowardly Romantic, Snarky Greed. You know what? Yeah, let's give that a try. Let's give this a go. Arthur, Sasha, Quinn, and Triss. Let's see what happens here. So, let's see. You've got extra damage and armor for darts for the Dralvin. The Gorgons have raccoons and ragers. The Morthagi Watchmen are added with Sommelier and Spectic. And for the Thrixel, the Dweavers have extra health and damage, and we have Seekers. Yay! This is gonna be tricky. Memories and dreams. Those lightless gleams that our eyes seek unfinding. They take us from tables and summon us home, warmly felt and ever-fading. A prodigal child of Sevenhides returns a grown man. He comes home with fond thoughts as the afternoon fades. Looks the same. Definitely smells the same. Wonder if Roy's still a screw-up. I suppose the young ones are women and men. Arthur has no plan to stay. He seeks a certain book from the famed Sevenhides library. One he's found before and never long forgets. Let's see. Hey, someone definitely wrote a defense of the strawberry. Triss and Quinn are sister and brother. Which is, of course, very reasonable. Both possess the mystic's gift. Sorry, this book's weird. Neither of them know it yet. Show me. Drawings of nightmare beings haunt every page. Quinn and Triss flip through it. Writing Huron? What's it called? Dread Compendium. This was just sitting on a shelf? Yeah, tucked away back here in the dark. It's amazing, all the variety of... part of me wishes I were there, to see whatever inspired all this. That's because you can't read these descriptions. I can get pieces and they're... gross. Well, at least I don't have to search, they found it for me. Noticing the newcomer, Quinn snaps the cover closed. Arthur Jameson? Is that... Quinn Barley? Have I been gone that long? Folks used to call you Cricket. Please don't spread that around again. Well, listen, Did you ever meet my little sister? I'm Triss Barley. I do remember her, and... I need that. Sorry. Need what? Arthur takes the book from Quinn's weak hands and walks out. Bitter feelings take root, a neutral understanding begins to develop, or a flicker of longing heats Triss's chest. A natural understanding begins to develop, I think. Must have a reason, or he just likes wrangling you. I'd understand that, too. Skipping everything further reunions, Arthur leaves Sevenhides in the hour he's returned. Something strange. You brave enough to follow him? Might be worth risking. Young, you're warned that anyone might be anyone someday, that all you bring and all you chase will choose your mapless way. The sun's already low when they embark. So I guess these two go in here. Alright then. Begin the scout. These stories were drafted in trails. Know where that line's from? Wander Vain, by Ned Mark Blusterlore, right? Made me want to have adventures. These stories were drafted in trails, scribbled under landforms in lettering a dust print, crushed clover, and the blood I left on briars. Each moth-blotted figure traced in moon's hand. These stories of mine are transcribed moonlight, but they were invented by my feet. I think Blusterlore in a lot of ways was a lovely fool. Could have been more celebrated, maybe lived longer, but almost insisted on this, a kind of false obscurity. The first evening comes. Distant hills grow long bluish beards. That wasn't so bad. Day's walk. Well, quarter day. How far behind would you guess we are? Every once in a while. Thought I saw a gleam. Metal, seemed like him. Yeah, looked like a real warrior, didn't he? Arthur. I wonder what sent him away. He was an older teenager. We still had Mom then. Don't know. I think I sort of remember. And then... So now, what's brought him back? They eventually lie down to sleep. But sleep's elusive on the naked ground. The dew chills their skinny limbs. They stare at the dawn. My neck feels roped to my shoulder. Maybe as our muscles warm up. The going only gets steeper, and further from anywhere they've been. I can eat some of your track bread, right? It doesn't take long for Arthur to realize he's being followed. He drives a harder pace, but the Barley siblings prove persistent. Spirited in their pursuit, if not particularly wise, the 8th day dawns gray. They enter the ruins at noon. Stone walls, flailed by wind and years, stand stubborn where they were founded. One of the last unburied skeletons of old Cure. This is Eldstone. Has to be. I remember you wanting to come here back before. We hiked a long way. I'm glad, though. Hard to beat the charm of the classic ruin. I doubt we're catching Arthur at this point, right? Should we think of heading home? See those metal points on the highest pillars? I read that those were for trapping lightning. Cure and sorcerers, they'd harness it somehow. Think we'll get a storm? Hey, Triss. You always had a fascination with them. The Curans. You have that iron coin you found. Actually, you made clay copies. You remember that? Yeah, I was obsessed. So, know the significance of this place? What even was it, a temple? Well, Eldstone was a whole settlement, they think. You know how you hear about the old, the castles, knights, lords, and all? A lot of that's Cure, I guess. Beyond the traditional stuff. What I remember, what I read, and I did read everything I could find, they were people, like us, but they knew secrets that have long since been lost. Curan life remains in most ways a mystery. They built grand halls, keeps, wrote epics, charted stars, made things. Beautiful things. Many of their stories survive and get put on our language, but a lot of the original meanings are lost. Story, song, and dream. They celebrated these things, but feared, how do I explain it? It's like they believed deeply in the power of imagining. Their poems that skirt and outline some dreadful idea. A threat? I don't know, but it's assumed they made an awful enemy. And now we have ruins. Know what I envision? A swan-like lady of Cure, her dark silks and satins, thrumming starlit ballrooms. Mom said we supposedly have a Curan bloodline. Pretty sure she was just stoking my imagination, but... The air splits shrilly open. From clattering piles of creature skitters that's unlike anything they've seen. Twin faces leer. The future forks down two horrible throats. Let's see. Reacting, Triss draws her trusty spoon. Quinn grabs an old hard bough. In that moment, the dormant power in their blood awakens. Alright, Quinn Barley is now a Greenhorn Mystic, so what are we giving him? Spirit Blade, when allies stand directly adjacent, they gain bonus damage. Ignite or Vigor Flow. We'll give you... We'll give you Vigor Flow for bashing people. And you... Mythweaver. 3 thrusts. Alright, you, Interfuse. Tree. Okay, not bad. You can Wild Grasp here. Gets rid of that one. More Thrixel are coming. Noted! Guardian. There you go, thrust handled. Right, these things interfuse. Not exactly the best. Okay, that works. You can take care of this one, Arthur. Well done. And Thriss. What can you get from here? Discus! Yeah, that's a good idea. Discus is a very strong ability. I love doing Discus. Alright, more thrusts. Alright, Triss, can you Discus again? Very good. Alright, Arthur, can you finish off this one? Yes, you can. And you can go ahead and interfuse. You got a bone lance. You know what? Interfuse with this as well. And wait. A thrust. Oh, that is kind of scary. How about you strike it? You can do a bit of damage with that. Oh yeah, that works. Yeah, that worked well. Sash of Illumination for extra stunt chance. I guess Quinnen can have it. Excuse me. The final shriek shakes columns, bounces along causeways as rattling legs shudder still. Ugh, its belly's bubbling. Wait, and it is bubbling, but hold on. What just happened to us? Are we okay? Is my mind broken, or did we just... Did you know the Thrixel were here? No, I can see you're going to ask me what a Thrixel is. Here. Sadly, this book will help you more than me. We followed you. Didn't know there'd be a... whatever those were. Can't you just stop and explain? Shh! The softest song trickles their ears. A hum so gentle it sounds like a windy lie. Like boughs groaning in a breeze. Like gaps in walls breathing in a gust. Merstock Grand Trust, are you out there? Arthur's shout is warped by sudden, sweet-smelling fog. The fog floats from everywhere, turns archways into ogres, rubble into roaming ooze. Master Grand Trust, please! Master Grand Trust, I'm here! Who are you shouting for? And what, I mean, is... And what are they doing, Triss wonders? Walking? Are they searching? What are they searching for? Master Grand Trust! What are they searching for? Through the stones and fog and trees. And what are they doing? And what are they... And... Ah! I'm walking in the forest. Yeah. What? Tree trunks gather around them like gawkers. Sunbeams stroke their faces. Who else is standing on a dead rabbit? We were... I don't know. Somehow they... Who's they? Thrixel! There must have been more of them. Okay, and when you say that word... Thriskull? My body hurts. Thrixel. The Thrixel there. Remember that book? This book? Yes. The important thing there is they're capable of... How do I say it? Capable of captivating the mind, grounding 3 birds with a glamour, sending them stumbling far to die. The rakish stranger pauses to be seen. How long had he been standing there? He offers some kind of perfunctory salute. Yes, little nest brown dears, you might have been food for wolves and weasels, but a man happened by who bore a gift from magic, a glyphic smile, and an enduring fondness for birds. His speech glides, perfect and strange. Skimming steps whisper him nearer. Is that one of them, the... Thrixel? Can't easily tell, but this one's wearing pants. I am not one of anyone, and certainly no one so unpleasant. I am called the Mothman, wheresoever I am called. I am the only one there is. His articulations are uncomfortable on the eye, spider precise. Simply look at me. Not whole human, but half, and half better. I am man and more. He seems all right. Seeming is a word they'll wield like a sword. And that is a bright warning, pithy and true. Fortunately, as I have just finished saying, I am no Thrixel. Now forestall your misplaced animosity and listen. I found you 3 ensorcelled, wandering deep in the woods, removed from any reasonable roam. Where unreason reigns, Thrixel hide their aims. And that is one of mine but you can use it. For one with my abilities, gathering you and waving away your enchantments was a trifle, a matter of politeness. Yet the ones who cast these webs, they are not the dull drones they appear to be. They are unimaginative. They expanded thought on removing you. They must have deemed 3 flimsy birds dangerous to their designs. So, I am struck with wondering, why would they think that? You must admit, it is a curious thing. We did kill some of those. The spider-legged, double-headed dragon things. Glowbellies. Maybe we're more important than anyone thought. I kind of always... It'll be dark soon. The Mothman follows Arthur's eyes. He lifts his glance to the shadowy leaves. And that's when Arthur leaps. The Mothman doesn't seem to hurry, but Arthur tackles air. Tell me where Master Grandtrust is! Tell me, you cursed thing! Ah, dear nestling. Follow your own wings back if you are brave. See what is heaping under their shroud. But be warned. You may once more wish your sight sweetly veiled. He turns to leave. Hey, Mothman, why should we believe you? You are lost in the woods, my dear. Whom you believe makes no difference. Oh, and... Borrowed shadows flush and drip from trees to cohere around him. The forest fades to black. I do suggest little birds flock together. You would never guess how many owls there are in a night. Sudden as the darkness clotted, the last light smears it away. They stand where a Mothman might never have been. The trees crowd thicker. Which way did we even come from? How far did we walk without knowing? I'm not really hungry. Did we eat? Sleep? Arthur, that name. Merstar Grandtrust, right? You shouted it when we were in the ruin. Can I ask who they are? But if you need time, or... Arthur whips around. Merstar Grandtrust, as you taught me the sword. Among other things. He made me hide. Hide? They begin to walk. From the Thrixel. Came and they took him. Took everyone but me. Come on, I see the wood's edge. Think we ought to head north and east. Shouldn't we consider... can't we decide whether we really want to meet more Thrixes? Thrixes, yeah. But still got to make it home. Ah, the sad little eaglets. I shall stitch for them a hero name. They may someday need it. What shall we go with as a name? Let's see. I got an interesting idea for a group. How about... the Mindweavers. Even though that's kind of what the Thrixel are, I like the idea. The name sounds very good. Let's give that a go. Here follow the tales of the Mindweavers. Fly home, little birds. Follow your steps back. So that's where we do eventually need to get to. And 3 heroes must survive, but we will explore all of these regions because that seems what we should do. Although I have a feeling following our steps back we'll eventually find the ranger that's going to join us. But that is where I'm going to end this episode here, because this seems like the place to pause. An interesting start, I have to admit, and I am very curious to see what happens further. Next episode, we'll begin exploring and see what we can do. But, until then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Arthur, Quinnen, and Triss. This has been a Let's Play of Wildermyth, and I shall see you all next time.